Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and we're being set up. I really think this is a setup because it is just too suspicious who all these bombs and these suspicious packages are going to. We've got what? Clinton? Obama? Yeah. We've got Bill Clinton being home. I think that one's kind of funny because I wonder if Hillary thought maybe collateral damage would be good and get rid of him at the same time. I kind of wonder on that one. And then you have up here the CNN, Time Warner Center CNN, and then you've got John Brennan, and I believe I even heard Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Really, these are all the main deep state players. This is just too suspicious that it's these people. This is a setup. They're trying to blame this on conservatives doing it and that we're threatening and we're doing the violence. These people have done it to themselves. Oh, Soros was another one that went to. And they're doing it to themselves. This is not happening just some person put that out there. We're not going to do that. That's not what conservatives do. And we're not going to be putting those out there. And if anybody does do it, the conservatives are going to be the first to condemn them. That's the way we run. We don't do the violence. We're the victims of the violence. And when you see all of these major players who all are being attacked at the same time, this is setting up the Q movement. I'm afraid it's setting us up. But we know the Q movement is not about violence. Violence is not condoned and will be condemned by us. And even if you go to the 8chan boards, it says very clearly that we do not espouse violence. This is not how we're doing it. We're taking back our country, but we're taking it back through legal channels. We're doing it according to our Constitution, according to how Congress has set it up. There's nothing about the Q movement that incites violence in any way, shape, or form. We want these people to be brought to justice. We're not expecting it to be done by regular people. We're letting the Q team do it because they're the ones qualified. They're the ones that we entrust our country to. So it's not going to be individual Anons or anything. So if anything comes out and they try to blame the Anons or the Q team for this, it's not us. It's something that we all need to be aware of. It's happening. They're planting these false flags. And this is excellent news to us Anons, though, because this means they're scared to death. They know if they lose this election, they are done for, literally done for, because they will be brought to justice, and when they're brought to justice, the military tribunals are going to convict them, and then they will either be incarcerated for the rest of their lives or they will be executed as traitors. So we know this is going to happen, but we're doing it legally. It is all legal. And if you think anybody who is part of the Q movement would do anything like this, you're crazy. They would not. They will not. It's not going to happen. They're trying to pin this on us. So be aware, be alert. Don't let them do this. Make sure that you spread the news to everybody else because it's too obvious that it's all of these deep state players. They're doing it to themselves. And notice, none of the bombs went off. So I think it's really interesting that not even one of them went off, that they caught them all. They had a heads up, in other words. That's even more suspicious because really, if you're going to do that many bombs, surely one of them's going to go off before it's found, right? I just think it's very suspicious, all of it. Be aware, spread the news that it's not us. We're not responsible and we're not going to let it happen because we don't condone violence. That may be how the deep state does things, and we've seen a lot of that, but it's not the Anons, it's not the Q team. No way. So I just wanted to get this out there so everybody can see it and you can be aware of what's happening. Something fishy's going on, but I think it's an act of sheer desperation on their part. They're scared. They need to stop things because they know they're losing. And they know that when the election is fair, the American people are going to vote them out. And when they vote them out and everything continues right after midterms, we're going to start seeing some major stuff happening. Because we finally will have that weight off of us and we'll be free from the deep state for 2 more years. The investigations can play out. They can release the FISA. It's going to be glorious. So we really need to make sure that we get out there and vote at the midterms and we do our protests at the ballot box. No violence. We don't stand for violence. We condemn any violence that we see, and we stand for truth and changing our government the legal way in the ballot box. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all later.